I know you looked at the title of this video and said, what? Don't be like Michael Jordan. The whole campaign was to be like Mike. But I'm going to tell you, maybe he wasn't right. I was reading this book, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And in it, he has this whole section about Michael Jordan.
One of the stories I tell in Stillness is the story of Michael Jordan, probably the greatest basketball player of all time, done things no one has ever done and probably ever will be able to do again. But when you watch the Michael Jordan Hall of Fame speech and you go, this strategy is not without its costs. And it's not that Michael Jordan, what you realize is that his obsession was primarily in the way for Armstrong, it's driven by, winning his living. For Jordan, it was clearly like anger is the fuel that he used to achieve his greatness. And I think what we do young people and aspiring people a disservice is we go like, oh, Michael Jordan, successful, angry. You should be angry, or whatever it is. What's pushed off into the future is the cost of that.
Now in it, he talks about how Michael Jordan had this Hall of Fame speech. It's supposed to be the culmination of all his achievements, all his hard work that he put into the game of basketball, all his dedication that he made to being great. And in his speech, Michael Jordan uses his time in his speech to talk about other people.
And then you had all your media naysayers. Oh, scoring champion can't win an NBA title, or you're not as good as Magic Johnson, you're not as good as Larry Bird. You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. I had to listen to all this, and that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day trying to get better as a basketball player. Now, I'm not saying they were wrong. I may have looked at them from a different perspective, but at the same time, as a basketball player, I'm trying to become the best that I can, and for someone like me who achieved a lot in over the time of my career, you look for any kind of messages that people may say or do to get you motivated to play the game of basketball at the highest level.
The greatest athlete arguably the world has ever seen. And for his whole 20-minute speech, he's dedicating his speech to talking about this person doubted me, this person counted me out, this person, this, that, and the third. And I thought it was interesting, and the author knows that it's interesting because in this time of recognition, in this time of you getting your flowers, you spend your 20 minutes talking about what other people did and how that affected you. He used his spite that he had from other people's mistakes or how other people treated him or things he peeped about other people. He used that as motivation. But ultimately, the question that the author was asking and that I'm asking as well, like, was it worth it? Not the sacrifice, not the amount of hours that he put in. Ultimately, to decenter himself and make his grand speech about other people. And I'm somebody that I used to be the same way. I used to be like Michael Jordan. I used to think like Michael Jordan, especially after seeing The Last Dance documentary about him saying, I used that as fuel. I took it personally. Well, I'm here to tell you today, don't take it personally. You can use it as motivation, yes, maybe. But ultimately, even so, what good is it to use their spite as motivation? I used to be the type of person that be like, all right, well, if I do this, then they're gonna see me. Well, if I do this, if I get this number of likes, if I get this number of views, if I do this, if I put this outfit on, if I do this, that, and the third, then finally they're gonna see me and recognize that they had the wrong opinion about me, that they were in the wrong. No, that's not the right way to think about it. That's not the right way to approach it. Yes, you can use that as motivation, and clearly Michael Jordan did, and I did, and I'm using that. I used it to inspire me to go on to do bigger and better things. But what happens when that validation doesn't come? What happens if you put all your efforts into trying to get seen by them and they overlook you still? How would that make you feel? It's like a feeling of, all right, I did this. Can y'all finally see I did it? Look, I did it. I did what y'all wanted me to do. And they still overlook you anyway. Then what? What are you going to do then? that feeling of validation, it can't come from them. And that feeling of motivation, it shouldn't come from them. You have to be internally validated. You have to be internally motivated. You have to decenter them and make the center back on yourself. I don't have anything to prove to them. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I know who I am. I can go to sleep at night saying I'm comfortable with who I am. I know myself. Can they say the same? Maybe they can't, but you wouldn't even know. You don't know what's going on in people's psychology. You look at these people and be like, not me, I'm saying you. You look at these people and be like, man, especially in this social media era that we in, you look at this person and be like, man, they got it all together. They got it all figured out. I want to be them. I want to aspire to be them. Man, they look so pretty. They got their hair done. Man, he's so fly. He got his shoes nice. You don't know what it took for him to get them shoes. You don't know what she did to get her hair done. You don't know what she did to get that makeup and this, that, and the third, to get that car and this, that, and the third. So you can't center your perspective on what other people are doing, but you also can't make other people the center of what you're doing. Even if, say, you do succeed, whatever endeavor you choose to pursue, say you succeed in it, and I want you to. I want you to prosper. I want you to do better than me. I want you to use this video as your motivation. All my videos is your motivation. So say you do prosper. Then what? If you looking for that validation, still it's not going to be enough. You can never be fully externally validated. It's no amount of likes, it's no amount of comments, it's no amount of views, it's no amount of nothing that can make you feel good about yourself unless you feel good about yourself. It cannot come from an external place because you'll forever be chasing. It'll be a chase forever, on and on and on. You think, well, all right, I'm going to do this, and then they're going to love me. Then they're going to see me for who I am. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you see yourself for who you are. Why do you care about these people's opinion anyway? Why? What is their opinion going to do for you? Say you get it. Say, like, let's say hypothetically, they do see you. And they do validate you. And they do give you the likes and the comments or whatever you think you deserve. And they do give you the compliments and they give you your flowers or whatever. Now what? Now it's going to be spent chasing more and more of that. More and more of their validation. It's one thing if you don't get it, but what happens if you do get it? Then what? That's why I'm saying, bro, it can't be on them. And even in your success, if you make your success about being about them, then you'll never feel happy with it. You'll always want more. It's always going to be something else that you're chasing, something else that you're trying to aspire to. Don't be like Michael Jordan. He's 50 years old talking about events that happened 30 years ago. You 50 years old, you still coming off as bitter. It's really sad. The greatest basketball player of all time is going out sad because he wanted their validation. He wanted them to tell him that he was great. He wanted to prove them wrong. And he got it. He got 6 rings. He got 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs. He accomplished everything he set out to do in basketball. But 30 years later, he's still talking about them still. What does that tell you? What does this tell you about this person's psychology? What does it say about yours that you wanted? You have to be internally validated. I don't care about likes. I don't care about comments, good or bad. Man, you can give me the greatest paragraph of all time telling me how much you love my work, and I appreciate it. But I'm not going to base my validation off this one comment. Somebody can leave a essay-long comment on this video saying, man, Clayton, you're wrong. You out of pocket, bro. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't care. Now, I appreciate the engagement because that's helping me go up. But ultimately, bro, I'm not fueled by your positive. I'm not fueled by other people's positive or negative validation because I'm internally fueled by myself. And people spend so long chasing. People spend so long chasing other people's validation. It's never going to fuel you. It's never going to feel you. It's never going to fuel you. And it's never going to feel you. You have to be internally validated. Simple.